So we've started our project file and we're doing a recon cruise. First thing we're going to do is just go to the stands page. It's helpful to see how the program is structured. I'm on stand 1. Now on this device, on the iPad, I added a second stand. So I can select which stand I want to be looking at. And when I do that, I'm on stand 1. I can enter in a description. I can say Northern Hardwood, and this will show up on my reports. I could change the stand acreage. And this is also where you access the WSFR's specific data collection. That's all taken at the stand level. Now, right now, most of this is not complete, but as you work through the cruise and you do your analysis, much of that data will be filled in. If you touch plot list tracked, this will show you a list. You can either sort it by plot number or stand number at the top of the page. And this shows you all the different plots that you're working with. It will start to show summary data as you run the analysis. It will also show if the plot has been complete or not. And you can also use this page to move plots among stands. So I can move plot 15 from stand 1 to stand 2. Now we'll go back home. To tally data, that all happens at the plot level. So let's hit plots in the upper left. Now you'll see across the top we have tree functions here. We can delete a tree. We have a little toolbar here to show a couple useful tools. And we can add a tree, and this is the box that we mark when the plot is complete. Down at the bottom, we can add plots from here. We can move among our plots by selecting another plot from the pick list or scrolling to a higher number plot or a lower number plot. We can delete plots, and you can also select which stand you meant to be in, because chances are you're going to have a grid of 45 plots and you're going to get out of your vehicle and you're going to be closest to plot 18. So I would say, take me to plot 18. Now when you do that, it's going to say, hey, are you finished tallying this plot? Because it's looking to see that you've filled out certain data. In this case, you're just going to say, no, I'm not finished this plot, but I'll be back. So we say no, and it allows you to go to plot 18. We're going to hit the button to add a tree. And you'll notice the first time that you do it on a device, it's asking permission FileMaker is asking permission to use your location data. Now there's a setting that's automatically turned on by default that is capturing your plot location when you add the first tree at a plot. I'm going to call Aspen 10-inch, acceptable growing stock. And now it's asking me what is the height of my first section. So I might say on this 10-inch Aspen, I just have 4 sticks of bolts. And that's it. I can just say that's all I have for a product. Now, since we said we're typically tallying 2 products per tree, you can see on the iPad and on the iPhone, it's prompting me for the next product. It's saying, well, what's next? You don't have to enter anything. You can just say done. I'm just going to look at the iPad for a moment. I'm going to add sugar maple, 18-inch, acceptable, and I'm going to say I have 2 sticks or 2 8-foot lengths of saw log. Then I have 4 lengths of pulp. Again, this is all just working by the number of 8-foot sticks as you walk up the tree. So this sugar maple, I have 16 feet of saw timber and then 32 feet of pulp beyond that. I'll do one on the iPhone. Now you'll see 2 things are happening as I'm tallying. When I enter in the diameter inside bark, you'll see this blue number over on the right-hand side. This is telling me the limiting distance of that tree as soon as I enter in the diameter based on the given basal area. Now, when you hit this tool icon here, you have a complete limiting distance calculator. So if you see that you're borderline, you can enter in your actual DBH of, say it's 15.3, and it's telling me my limiting distance is 41.4. If you have a severe slope, you could enter a slope of 60, and I'll say done, and you can see my limiting distance increase to 48.3 feet. Alternatively, you can enter the distance to the face of the tree, and it will tell you the diameter, the minimum diameter required for that tree to be an in tree. You'll also see there's a site index tool where you can enter your total tree height, your age at diameter, at breast height, and it will provide the site index. So we'll just add a couple more trees here. Yellow birch, 15-inch, unacceptable. And I'll say I have 6 sticks of pulp. Now, when I call this done, it's going to say it's complete unless I'm missing some value. We're doing a recon cruise right now, and you're required on all trees to take a species, diameter, and a status. So I'm going to say OK. And you'll see there's this yellow here, growing status. I hadn't filled out anything for that. So I'm going to click that and say acceptable. Now, it's going to keep walking me up the tree. It'll expect that, but remember, we don't have to call any products at all. We could just say this is an unacceptable white ash. It is an old pasture legacy tree. It's 39-inch diameter, and there just simply is no merchantable product. We'll call that done. Now we've captured tree data. We can go back home now. At this point, it's time to run the analysis.